Whoa! What up, Herd? How you guys all doing on this Tuesday morning? Hopefully you guys are doing well. This is another episode of our collaboration with CBSI. So welcome to Comic Lovers. Mike, how are you doing today?
I am fantastic. I had a snow day today. I'm a teacher. It was awesome to wake up to that call. So yeah.
Nice.
Even teachers get excited about snow days.
Right?
We get so amped. Absolutely.
What about you, Jeff? How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm finally on the show that I was meant to be on. Cover horror for cover lovers. So let's get it going. I'm so upset that I missed the last one, but you know what? There's plenty more covers to come. We got all of 2022.
That's true.
With that said, let's pass it on over to Rob.
Hey guys, Big Rob Snarden here on Instagram, and I'm excited to be back on this beautiful show. Talk about awesome covers, and ready to move on. Back to us.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's the covers are like our thing. We love them, and Jeff did coin the phrase cover whores, and I think we're all cover whores here on this show. So this is fantastic. But before we get started, quick shout outs to our chat. Love you guys. Uncle Rudy, Something Wong, Deanime, and Glenn 2K. Thank you guys so much for making the show, the chat, just making everything what it is today. I mean, we love you guys. Thank you so much. And also, to our DJs, DJ Abomination and Plainclothes D, thank you so much for the beats. We really love them. So, with that being said, let's get started. Here we go. Incentives. So our first incentive that we have today is Star Wars Trail of Shadows by David Baldeón, a 1 in 25. Mike, what are your thoughts on this book?
I mean, High Republic seems to be it's sort of like kind of dipping as far as prices go for these kinds of things. Star Wars fans are always going to want them. They're completists. I don't think there's a first appearance on this cover, at least not that I'm aware of. I don't know what that is in the background. Maybe that's something new. So that could be worthwhile. It's a good cover. I don't think it's a great cover. I mean, I don't think I would pay ratio. I would pay maybe $10 for it though.
Nice. What about you, Jeff?
I agree. It's a good cover, but it's not spectacular. Yeah, I would never pay ratio for this. But I think that you could probably get it for about $10 to $12
probably
on day of New Comic Book Day. So, I mean, if you're a completist, it's not bad for the price, right? Because you can get the 1 in 25, you can get it for like half the price. And it's just decent. That's it.
And our Team Nerd resident Star Wars guy, Big Rob, what are your thoughts on this book?
Well, it is issue 5, right? So this is, I believe, the last issue in the story of Trail of Shadows. So it's probably not going to be something crazily ordered because it is the last issue. And I could see this book being sought after in the future when things dried out. And for the completists, nothing crazy, but for the completists, people will be looking for this eventually. Yeah, the cover art is solid. It's a decent cover. Nothing to write home about, but the colors are good. The pencils are nice. It's a basic cover, but something for the completists in the future, I think.
No, I totally agree with you guys. I think it's just kind of one of those things where it's like it's okay. I mean, it's not fantastic. So let's head over to the next one.
I guess we should probably talk about what we mean when we say I wouldn't buy it for ratio. Some people might be watching and not know what the hell that means.
Sure.
So when I say I won't buy it for ratio, I say ratio is 1 in 25, which means it would normally sell at $25 ish.
Mm-hmm.
So $25 equals 1 in 25. That means equals ratio. So I won't pay $25 for this book. I would pay more like 1 in 10 prices for it rather than 1 in 25 prices. Is that a good explanation? I don't know if that's a good explanation.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay. Thank you for that, Mike.
Yeah, I just realized there's some newcomers coming into the hobby that might be watching.
True. Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah,
it makes perfect sense. Thank you. And then let's see who wants to take this one. Was it Big Rob, or was it Mike?
Lennial Francis Hughes.
There you go, Mike. Thank you.
Death of Wolverine. I like this cover. I like this a lot, actually. This has that old Barry Windsor Smith feel to it, like the Weapon X kind of series look to it. I absolutely love this. I really want one of these. I didn't even know this was coming. 1 in 50 is going to be tough, but it is a Wolverine book, so I think maybe shops might order this. But if they didn't see an image of this ratio ahead of time, they might not have known to do it. I think it's going to be tough to find, and I really want one, and I'm kind of pissed.
Yeah.
I'm in total agreement because I have this on my list to tell my LCS if they have one to put it in my pull box. I just love it, just like that throwback, right, to his series where he's in Japan and he's getting all those arrows, or what was it, swords as well. So I mean, just like that classic cover, and then this looks really badass. Look how many arrows are in him.
He's still kicking.
Yeah, and he's still like he's not down for the count. So I mean, that just shows it's perfect. It's the X deaths of Wolverine, the 10 deaths of Wolverine. So I mean, you're just seeing like how badass he is, and I really like it. It's damn it. Now people are just going to go after this.
There's great perspective on this too. I love it with the arrows in the foreground and
I like the shadows.
Off in the it's really, really good. Really solid work. Lennial Francis Hughes does not get the love he deserves because he does A covers mostly. So people just kind of like pass him over, but I think he's really, really talented.
It's like he's in the middle of like Lord of the Rings, right? In a big, huge battle.
Yeah.
He's just cannon fodder. Just go ahead, shoot me.
Yes. So the big shops and the mid-sized shops will probably have a copy, but I don't know what the small shops will get this. 5th issue is a lot of issues for a small shop to pick up, but we'll see. Maybe. I do love the details on this. The arrow, just the detail on the arrow, the detail on the leaves, the ninjas in the background. They're all very well detailed, and it's just he's a gnarly ass image of him getting stabbed to death 100 times.
Yep. Dude. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Wolverine Origins, the movie. Yeah. You know when he's walking through the town and he's getting shot by arrows that have a rope attached to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he kept getting shot over and over. I mean, it kind of reminds me of it. So I mean, I'm definitely digging it like you guys are. I mean, it's a great looking cover, perspective. I mean, everything, colors, beautiful. Well done. All right. And then this one is starting to be our favorite. Big Rob, can you help me with this one?
So it's a Micah?
There you go. And this is the Virgin variant, 1 in 20 for Vampirella. What do you guys think?
Not as good as Sir Red Sonja, but still awesome.
It's excellent. I think it's beautiful. The colors are great. The details.
Shouts Alonzo.
Yeah, it does shout Alonzo on this one. Alonzo are.
You guys are right. I'm digging it. I'm buying this one for sure.
I still can't find the damn Red Sonja one. I've been looking. I'll pay almost anything for the freaking thing, and I can't get. I mean, I have the A cover, which has the trade dress on it, which is nice and small, and I know I'll be able to find the A cover of this, which I think it's the same image, but yeah, I mean, this Souza Maika, I can't wait to see what. I mean, if she hits on like one of the big two, that's gonna be great. I mean, this has a feeling of is it a Mayhew cover that is kind of set up like this with the red satin sheets? It's an older cover. It may have even been last year's Valentine's Day special. I can't remember, but it has sort of a feel of that with the rose in. I think she might have the rose in her mouth in that cover. I can't remember now, but this is sexy as hell.
I want to see her do a Zatanna.
Oh, now we're talking. There we go. Yeah.
And you know what, too? Like, she's doing some work from DC. If you guys follow her on social media, she did post a picture. It could be a tease of a Harley Quinn with Catwoman.
Okay.
Well, she did that Catwoman, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Crawling
in something like that? Yeah.
Yep.
That was sexy as hell. I never even saw that. None of my shops got that. But.
And you know what? There's a second print that's also available, too. You can actually go to Frankie's Comics, and you can pick one up. And it's actually Virgin. It's the second print of that particular issue.
Don't give the secrets away, bro. Come on now.
Does your guys' shop order 20 copies of Vampirella? Because my shop doesn't.
You know what sucks? Mine used to, and he doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
I doubt.
See,
I doubt mine.
nobody reads these books from Dynamite except for Big Rob and Mike. That's it.
Well, Red Sonja, my shop got 5 copies.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
I was like,
luckily, it was 5 copies of the A cover, so at least I got the Sosa. But still, yeah. Well, at least you didn't get the damn cosplay. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Why do they still do those? Why do they still do those? I don't understand.
No, but this is a great cover.
This is a great cover. I'll want one and I won't find one, and I'll be pissed again for the second week in a row.
And then we have Joker by James Stokowski, and it's the 1 in 25. You know what, Mike, break it down for us.
I dig this cover. I really do actually like it. I'm not really sure why they're doing this like cover within a cover thing with the backgrounds, like the cards laying on a table. I guess I get that, but I would have loved just sort of the image by itself. But I mean, I really like the detail in it. I think it's a cool sort of, I don't know if it deserves to be a 1 in 25. I kind of hoped it would just be a B cover, but I like it. Again, I will not pay a premium for this book, but if I can find it around cover price-ish or $10-ish, I might buy it, but otherwise, nah.
Yeah, so I was collecting the Joker for a while. And all the 1 in 25s are these tarot card exclusives or variants. So I mean, there's some pretty cool looking ones. I've got a couple. This one looks really cool too. And just because this week has been not so great on incentive covers, this is probably one of the better ones. And I don't know. I haven't read the last, 3 issues probably. I haven't picked up. So I don't know how good the guts are for this one. But I mean, again, you can't go wrong if you're collecting all the tarot card covers. These are really cool.
Nice.
Okay, well, I was sorry, I'm still on mute still. When I see this book, it reminds me of that Johnny Depp movie, but he's a book dealer and he tries to talk to the devil.
I love that movie. The Ninth Gate.
The Ninth Gate, yeah, and there was an image just like this in the Ninth Gate book. It's exactly what I remember when I see this image. And
then they find a guy dead that way.
Yeah, that's true. They find his buddy.
His bookseller buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, in the library.
Spoiler alert, but it is like a 20-year-old. It is like a 20-year-old movie at this point. So
yeah, that's true. A very underappreciated Johnny Depp film there.
I agree. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, this book is interesting. Just the pose, the background, the card, right? It's just DC always knocks it out with those cardstock variant covers, so they're always good with those covers. So this is a one incentive, obviously, but I like it. It's good.
I like it as well. Enough said. There you go. Short and sweet.
We had a few words. Let's get to the next cover.
Right. All right, and then we have this one, I Am Batman by Carrie Randolph, which is also a 1 in 25. So you see DC's like getting on the incentive train. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this one?
I'm sorry, this is not a 1 in 25 in my mind. It just isn't. I don't see the point in him standing on there over kids doing graffiti. Like, come on, this is the Batman. I mean, he should be taking down bigger crime than this. I mean, it's okay, but it's so fat. He looks so fat. It looks wrong. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. So no, thank you for me.
This is like an 8 cover to me. It's not even a cardstock variant. It's an 8 cover. I know. It's a basic cover. I'm not gonna say it's straight trash, but it's getting close to that.
Yeah, it's kind of trash. And the B cover is badass. The B cover is actually one of my favorite Matinas in a long time, with Batman taking gunshots, I think. It's dope. Yeah, and the bullets are like ricocheting off his cape.
Okay,
it's super cool. This thing, forget it. I'd rather pay a premium for the Matina than for this.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. I mean, I like Carrie Randolph's work, but yeah, I just don't like it. I mean, you get 2 guys doing graffiti, but you got one guy that's leaning on the M. I mean, that shit is wet.
It's wet.
Why would you be leaning on it? And then there's no ladder to go, I am Batman. I mean, there's no anything there to kind of help this guy, paint that. And then if Batman was there seeing him do it, I mean,
maybe he's a metahuman. Maybe he jumps high or something.
Maybe, but it's like, look,
A lot of
it's
jumping.
like, I don't know. Not a fan. I mean, I agree with you. This would be a cover A. I don't know why they made it like a 1 in 25. It's not
And a bad cover A at that.
There you go.
Very true.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
And then, oh my God. Okay. Rose Besh. I love Rose Besh. She is like one of my new favorite artists to kind of break out in 2021. And she's doing a bang up job in 2022. This is her limited variant for Draculina. And I dig it. And I mean, I love it. Totally. Hands down. Love it. I am buying this cover.
All right. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't have to go next. You don't want me to go next.
Yeah, no. I'll do it for you.
Okay.
I don't like the perspective because I don't understand. Like, it looks like it's side boob, but then it looks like she's turned to us, so it's like a weird angle to me. This is not one of my favorite of Besh's. I've seen really good Rose Besh ones. I love my Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So
I get the feeling with Rose Besh is you're a fan of Rose Besh or you're not a fan of Rose Besh. I always see a lot of people don't like her art, but then a lot of people do love. There's no middle ground with Besh, I think, a lot of times. This is you love it or you hate it.
But to me, I can also say with just about any artist, they're not going to have 100% great covers or great art.
But I hear it more with her in the last year.
Oh, yeah.
I hear it more.
That's true.
Okay, Mike.
I'm being silent because I absolutely effing hate her style.
Setting up
I knew it was coming.
I think she actually sucks.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
I don't get any of this hype train. I didn't get Peach before her. I don't get any of this nonsense. I think it's terrible. Have you seen the sketch versions of these things? They're like 4 lines. My 2-year-old son could draw it.
Oh,
I can't take it, man. I'm so sorry. We are like 99% cover brothers, but not on this. I can't do it, man. I just can't.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just sometimes like I feel like Besh, Momoko, they're very anime style.
yes.
And it's very different from most people's comic book. Like, if you've had a history of collecting comic books, that didn't exist.
That's why I say you love it or you hate it. There's no middle ground with those kinds of artists.
No, I don't always mind anime style. I mean, like if I'm for instance, the style used to draw the Castlevania series. I love that. I think it's fantastic. Sometimes I like it, but I think I like it a lot less than most people like it. So I get that I'm a little bit in the minority on this. Trust me, I've seen the prices of what her stuff goes for. Clearly, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, you do, Mike. It's okay, right? I mean, we like what we like, right?
Yeah, and I've liked a couple of her covers, not loved but liked. I liked her NYX covers.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
And there was one other one that I liked. I can't remember what it was for, but there's some that I absolutely just despise, like her Sheena cover from 2-3 months ago. Whatever, that thing was nonsense.
She does one every month, right? She does one every month.
She does. Yeah, it was whatever the last one was just horseshit.
Oh man, you know what? We're not going to end on that note. You know what? Rose Besh, her art is amazing. To echo Jeff's point. I mean, it's just like it really is an anime style. And I mean, if you like to watch anime or read manga, I mean, you kind of gravitate towards this kind of art and these kind of lines. And I think she's, a lot of people like her. I mean, I mean, the covers she's banging out, they're amazing. I mean, but they do have that anime feel. I mean, a lot of these characters, when you see like their face, their eyes are a little bit bigger than like normal based on that anime style. But yeah, I dig it. But again, you know what? And on this show and just like life, it's you like what you like, and that's it, right? I mean, art is subjective, which is what Big Rob had mentioned like last show.
I mean, you got Alonzo who really loves it. You got Mike who really doesn't like her at all. I like her art, but this is just not my favorite. So I mean, there's a mix.
And I like the background. I like the background. Background's cool.
You're not wrong. The background is awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
All right, thanks, guys. All right, here we go.
Okay, we don't all have to
next
love
one
the
we
same
have is Jenny Frison, and I think Jenny Frison is everybody's favorite here. For Faithless 3, number 1, and it's a 1 in 25. All right, who'd like to take this one? I mean,
I'll take it.
I'm sure it can't go wrong.
I picked it. Right?
All right, Big Rob, let's hear it.
Well, I bought the first 2 runs of Faithless 1 and 2. I don't know if I'm going to be suckered into by Faithless 3 the whole run again. This cover is badass. I love Jenny Frison. She can do no wrong for me. Everything she does has been gold, at least from my perspective. It's a traditional kind of cover for her. Nothing amazing. Nothing really stands out for her standards. But it's a good cover. I enjoy the pose, and just beautiful cover.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way she draws faces. As much as the woman facing front to us looks great, especially with the eyes and everything, I really think she nailed it with the person with the portrait, the profile. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think she nailed it. The way she's looking down, the way her face is, it's just like she's feeling that touch. And I like that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I love her style. I think it's no secret. If you've read anything I've ever written, or you've heard any of my interviews with Jenny, or any of that stuff, she's a fantastic person. She's a fantastic artist. I own an original cover of hers. It's a Wonder Woman. And
even worse.
You are going to have to show us that cover in the back room later, Mike.
One day, please.
I'm surprised it's not Afra.
It's no, it's not the Afra. It's not the. It's older than that. I'm like you. She can do no wrong for me. I love her style. She's one of those artists that you see the cover from halfway across the room, and it's Frison. There is nobody else it could possibly be. It has to be her. Have some of her covers looked a little samey lately? Yeah. But that doesn't mean I still don't buy every freaking one of them, because I think they're all beautiful. If they stood alone, if there was nothing to compare them to, and that was the first time you ever saw Jenny Frison, you would pass out. You like it so much. So I like this one. I was with you. I bought the first 2 sets of her covers, the erotica one, a couple of the others. I will probably buy this. I don't know that I'll pay $25 for it. It's probably going to be kind of hard to find. I don't know any shop that's going to order 25 copies of this, but I might order one.
Issue 1, so they might order it. Who knows?
Yeah, they might. I'll want this. But
by the way, the story is gnarly. The Faceless 1 and 2 it's a crazy story.
And Jeff, I agree with you. I think she really nails that profile one. I love the hair. I mean, also don't forget I'm a Red Sonja homer, so she did a great run on Red Sonja, and just like since she did that, she can never do any wrong for me either. But yeah, I think this is a great cover. I really do. The eyes, it's all in the eyes. Just love it. I love it, and it's not one of her best, but I still love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we can all agree on this one. Jenny Frison, Faithless 3, buy it.
Yeah,
I have a half a short box full of Frisons.
I have 2 long boxes.
Okay, look, I just got back into it, so you're all right. I just started again.
I got to get that Voltron cover.
Oh, the Voltron! That's such a hard book to get, bro.
I have that. I love that book.
Nice.
Right. One question.
I'm not going to say anything about my collection. Alonzo's going to pass out.
He is.
One question about this cover: the shading around the fingers, is that supposed to be shadow or blood?
Blood, I
think. Blood.
Okay, that's why.
I mean, if you recall from the previous series, she's painting with blood now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
That's kind of.
And Jenny loves to do hands. She told me that she loves to do hands. It's like one of her favorite things to draw.
Oh yeah, that's well. Okay.
So,
yep. All right, and Big Rob, you wanna break this one down for us?
Sure, I'll try. I really don't know much about this. This is God Killer, and I think there's actually another title under that. I just can't remember what's the damn title, but I saw this on Midtown. It's a 1 in 25. I think this might be older art too. They're using again for this cover. But it stood out to me. Just something about the face, really comes to life. Her eyes. It's just I love the shading, the little green paint around her eyes. It's really well. The hair is done well. The face just really makes this art to me. The water is interesting as well. Her torso, I'm not sure about that, but it looks good in general. Aurelia Cristanita. I'm assuming saying that right. I hope so. Cristantina. Yeah, it's Constantina. I think she did a good job here. It's definitely something to look out for, and maybe you can find it on the cheap. Maybe something to pick up just for the art, for sure. The story, I have no clue.
Is it Tomorrow's Ashes? Is that the sub-series?
I think so.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's
a new one. Yeah.
Yeah, go on Midtown. You'll see it. Is this in there?
I like the foreshortening. It's really hard to do that. And
Yeah.
I think it shows real talent. I'm not sure I love this cover overall, but I do really appreciate that part of it.
Yeah.
To get that right is really, really difficult. So
perspective, right, is really difficult.
Yeah, that foreshortened sort of like from a weird angle where things aren't the real length in real life. It's really really hard to do. And even some of the best artists screw that up sometimes.
Oh yeah, the head's always bigger.
Right.
Like way bigger.
Big, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And the head, to me, the head of this character is really what stands out here. This is really what the life of the picture is.
I don't know a single shop that will order 25 copies of Godkiller, but
no, it's gotta be rare. It's gotta be rare.
No, this is gonna be rare for sure. I mean, I almost thought it was like it's a picture from like an animation.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it's an animation cell they just put on the cover. So I mean that's pretty awesome. Most of these God Killers have been cover buys that I picked up, and I've only picked up like 2 or 3. So but this is pretty awesome. I doubt I'll find it. I doubt my LCS will have it. But if you're lucky and your LCS has it, and if you're able to see this cover, pick it up. I'm sure it's not going to be $25.
No,
the
other one for it before it, because my shop has gotten a couple of the like 1 per store. There was a 1 per store for number 1. I think it was also a Virgin. Yeah, and they're not terrible. They shouldn't cost you much more than $10 or $15.
Yep.
Exactly.
Perfect. All right. Moving on. We have our store exclusives portion of this show. So let's see what we got first. And here we go. We got Trinity Comics, We Live, from Zoe Lachey. And it's terrible.
Yep.
I'll be honest. I love her. I love her work. I think she's done amazing covers for like Vampirilla or for Something's Killing the Children. I just don't like this one. I mean, it just looks weird to me. Timer?
It's time up for that.
You're on that timer.
We all agree it's terrible. It's not buyable. Don't buy it because it's got to cost at least $15 or $20, right? No way.
That mask is horrible.
I like the colors. The colors are cool. I enjoy the purples and blues and blacks here.
I'd like it if there was a little bit more white, as in the whole cover.
So, Rob, you're saying the background is way better.
Yeah, the background's better. Yeah, unfortunately, I love her press picture. Her profile picture here of Zoe Lachey it's awesome. That whole Germany outfit going on there.
What is this even for? What is this book?
It's for We Live.
Oh right. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh wow, that's a good book too.
It is a great story.
Guaranteed people are gonna buy it too.
Yeah,
they are. It'll sell out because it's We Live.
Yep. Ugh, wow. I'm so sorry for those people who buy this cover.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, no.
Well,
nope.
Yep. All right. And then moving on to the next one. So the next store exclusive we have is Radiant Red by Will Jack for Eastside Comics, and it's a limited edition from 1,000 to 500. So the one without her mask is 500. What are your thoughts on this one?
Can I go first on this one? I know some people might be negative on this, but I kind of like it, to be honest. I like the proportions, the coloring, the female face looks good. It's just, I know I could see why there's be some negativity on this cover, but to me, it's decent. It's good. I like it, I do like it's a very low ratio, 500 on that. That's interesting. Makes it more appealing, at least for me. But I know it's not the biggest thing in the world here, but it's decent. I
You know what? I really like the face though. I don't know why it looks so damn real. So
agree.
The rest of it, it's kind of plainish to me in that sense of like
the background. No?
Yeah, it's a little dull for a store exclusive. But like I said, I mean the art's not bad, and the face is great. But
Very Green Lantern ripoff as well too.
I just don't know if I would pay whatever they're selling this for, because I'm sure it's going to be like what 45, 50, 60
for the
bucks.
set. Yeah,
Yeah.
for the set, I'm sure. I agree about that too. The colors, the background colors are too similar to the costume colors, and it's just sort of blending all together to me. But you're right, that face is awesome. And look, I don't usually like very digital looking covers, and this definitely is very digital looking. But that face, there is something about that. I would never pay $50 or $45 for a set for this, but that is kind of intriguing. It just shows Will Jack knows what he's doing, but I don't know if this is really the prime example of his work.
Yeah, Will Jack's done a lot of amazing covers, but yeah, for me, I think this one's okay. For me, it's one of those things. It's like you have to buy the set in order to get the cover that you want. Yeah. So it's tough for me to say. Yeah, I want
the J. Scott Campbell School of Economics.
Yeah. I'm like, my God. It's like, why are you making me buy two of them? I just want to buy the one I like.
He makes you buy four.
I know. It is rare, 500 copies. That's very low number.
That's true. That's a little bit enticing. I think if it were on a book I cared more about, a 500 ratio on almost anything, I would have probably bought it. Or nice. Not ratio is the wrong word, but 500 count, whatever.
Yeah. I haven't read Supermassive, but I know that people have been excited about it. So it's that crossover with Radiant Black, and was it like two other titles? And they're making this world, they're world building, and I mean I could see it being worth something in the future, but honestly, like right now, I wouldn't pay $25 for the 25 to 30 for the Virgin, maybe. But that's the only one I'm getting.
Yeah. If you thought you could sell the other one to make some of your money back, but I don't know that you're going to be able to. That's the problem with this one. Yeah. Like with the Warren Liu Wonder Woman, when you got, I mean, I made all my money back on selling the trade dress one on that one, the black and gold. Virgin. But on this one, I don't think you can get away with doing it. I know a lot of people do that. They buy the set, they try to flip the trade dress one, and then they keep the nice one.
The Virgin, yep.
I don't think you're going to get away with that on this one.
Sell it for $10 just to get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than getting nothing back, right? But
yeah, true.
All right. And then moving on to the next one. So the next one is Strange #1 by Shannon Meyer. You can find this on the Comic Mint or Mutant Beaver Comics. The one with trade dress is 3,000 LE, and the Virgin is 800. What are you guys' thoughts on this one?
I like Shannon's stuff. I like his early stuff, like when he was working with Zenoscope and Big Dog or whatever that was, before he started to get hot. And since then, I don't know. A lot of them just kind of seem phoned into me. At least I like the fact that this is a different pose than that like bust up, turn to the left kind of thing that he always seems to do.
Oh yeah.
So I like that there's a little bit more detail going on. There's the whatever we're calling the magic strange gate thing, whatever we call that. I'm sure it has a name. I can't remember it at the moment. I like it. But it just doesn't do what his older covers did for me. I look back at that Catwoman that he did. I forget what it was for, but I mean, when you look at that book and you look at this, you're like, this is not even the same guy. So it's okay. Again, maybe you could flip the trade dress and keep the Virgin, and I don't know. It's just okay.
Yeah, I agree. It's I like the magic spell that he has, the way it looks. I just think her face is like zombified.
It is. Yeah.
And I'm just not cool with that, because isn't she supposed to be the new Sorcerer Supreme? So like, why does she look like she's like out of it?
Mid spell, no? She's in mid spell. That's what I'm assuming.
Maybe, but I didn't know that's what they look like with mid spell.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's okay. But again, I'm not paying store exclusive prices for this.
Yeah, like I love Shannon. I love his work. I have maybe close to a short box of all of his stuff, like that he's done for like Marvel. Like the one that I really liked the most is the one for Red. Oh my God, what is that one? The vampire one. I think it's Red or something like that.
I remember that one with the coat.
What is it?
Dark Red.
Dark Red.
Yeah, Dark Red. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
I love that cover so much, but you know what? He is kind of hit or miss because sometimes like the eyes, they feel very like dead for lack of a better word, right?
Yeah.
And he's kind of done that with some of the work that he's produced. I mean, some of them you look at the eyes and you're just like, oh, this just like isn't that great. But this one, yeah, I agree. It's not his best work. It's okay. I do agree that the face kind of looks like she's zombified a little bit. I mean, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't pay for this.
And the set's 45. I just looked it up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. Hard pass.
Well, at least it's not 60.
That's true. That's true. I mean, again, like I said, there's some of his covers are honestly some of my favorite covers over the last 5 years, but this is not among them.
Agreed.
Ditto on all you guys.
Nah. All right. Here we go. We got some Star Wars fans in the house here. So, you know what do you guys think about this Mike Mayhew Darth Vader cover from East Side Comics?
So my question to Mike would be out. Anything going on in Star Wars 21?
I don't think so. 20 was the one that everyone seemed to want. I don't know of anything happening in this one. But it seemed, but there's some rumbles. Like I got a call from someone who wanted like 3 copies of the regular one of this, maybe specking that there's going to be something in like a full instead of a cameo kind of a deal.
Yeah. So I didn't pull the trigger because I'm like, what the hell's going on in 21?
I don't know of anything off the, nothing that I've heard of definitively.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It almost seems like
why would shops pull the trigger on ordering these books? That's what I'm wondering.
I would say if we find out that there's going to be a 1 in 20 or 1 in 25 for it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's I'm going to look that up right now, but yeah, I don't know. I'll get back to you on that. I'll look it up while you guys are talking. Go.
So, well, I kind of like this cover. I mean, he's trying to either force choke you or beat you down with his lightsaber. Or cut you down with his lightsaber. I dig this cover, and I like the perspective. I like the shadows on his mask. I would have liked to have maybe a little bit more in the background, like towards the top of his helmet. But other than that, I mean, I think it's a great cover, and I like the perspective, and the colors are great.
He is jumping the shark here with a damn lightsaber lighting shit that he does on all his covers, right? It's the same guy, right? Mike Maker, he's doing all those. Like the light reflecting from the lightsaber on the person's face. Or
he does the Virgin variant, and then he does a different shading, right?
Yeah, he's beginning to beat a dead horse with that little gimmick he does. But it's what he does, man. He does gimmicks, but it's beautiful art. But he just sticks to a gimmick and pounds it to the ground until it's fucking dead. So
that's what he does with his sneakers, the sneaker variants.
Yeah.
And then he does a second print, the Shadow variant.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh my God, I remember
that's
that.
what I was talking about. Yes,
same guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I like Mike. I mean, Mike and I and Chris and those guys. We've done an interview with Mike. He's a really great guy. But you're right. I mean, it's you get money. People are continuing to buy it. Why would you stop?
Yeah. Who keeps? Well, Alonzo, you buy damn sneaker covers. So I know you buy those.
I bought the first one, the Miles sneaker one. I thought it was great. It was like the first time I've seen something like this. And then he kept doing it, and I'm like,
great.
No.
Oh, that's a rose. By the way, that's a rose bash that I love. Is the freaking sneaker cover?
The silk.
The silk. That is a dope cover.
Yeah.
So I will take back 10% of what I said.
Oh, thanks,
yes,
Mike.
Just for that cover alone. Just for that.
I have that. That was like my first Rose Besh cover that last year.
Yep, same here. That was my first one.
I don't think this sold out either, right?
No, it's still available.
So
that's not a good sign.
I need to find out what's going on in 21 because this is a
I
very
just looked
random.
it up. I don't see anything. I don't see nothing.
And just so you guys know, here on the panel and also those watching, Eastside Comics always provides a discount for a lot of these covers that some of the other ones don't. Because I know that they're also part of a conglomerate, I guess, for lack of a better term, where it's not the only shop that's selling it. But Eastside always has a discount. This particular one, if you use the code DARTH, I believe you save either 10 or 15%.
I think with Mike Mayhew's website, if you're new to his website, you'll get 20% off.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yep, that just popped up. You're right.
I'm just I'm being nitpicky here because it's not bad.
No, it's not. It's good. It's a nice art.
It's really nice art. I really wish his hand wasn't so damn close together while he was doing that.
He was like this.
Yeah, I feel like he's like Frankenstein.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hold my beer.
Yeah, it's a little close to the lightsaber, so I'm being really nitpicky, but the art is great. So
the whole thing feels a little static to me.
Yes.
His action art is not working. Right.
Now, if he's had a reflection of his enemy, whoever he's looking at, that would have been dope too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like reflected in the lenses of his eyes or something like that.
Exactly.
But he's done that. I'm just getting tired of the gimmick, personally.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's just okay.
All right. Cool.
Next one.
All right. And then this one right here from David Nakayama, Captain Carter #1 from Big Time Collectibles. Limited edition, again, 3,000 for the trade and 1,000 for the Virgin variant. What are you guys' thoughts?
Another great guy, David Nakayama, is fantastic to talk to. I love his he's sort of a chameleon. He's got like 3 different styles. And this is like the in-between one. I really like this cover. I'm not really sure exactly if I can pinpoint why I really like this cover. It kind of has like an animation feel to it.
Yes.
Which I dig. The costume looks good. The lighting's cool. I guess I'm a sucker for like a glow in the background kind of a thing. I don't know. Maybe, but I think he has good taste about how he draws women's bodies. They're not ridiculous. They're not like J. Scott Campbell ridiculous.
That's true.
But they're sexy at the same time, but strong. I just think this is a really great cover. I kind of want this cover.
Well, you can still get it. It's on sale today. But yeah, I dig this cover too. David Nakayama, he is a stud. I love him. Like, we've interviewed him a few times. And then Jeff and I both met him at LA Comic-Con. He is an amazing guy, real down to earth.
Great guy.
Yeah, and like I love this cover. I actually bought it already. I dig it a lot. And plus, too, like, there's a lot of back and forth in regards to Captain Carter's first appearance. Like, is it really Exiles #3? Right? I mean, or is it this one? Because she was like Captain America in Exiles. I mean, there's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of chatter.
Did you buy the set, Alonzo?
Yes.
You want to sell me the trade dress?
There you go.
We'll talk after the show.
So the FOC for this particular issue is this weekend. There's so many great covers in the regular stuff from Diamond. I did pick up 3 covers that I enjoyed. So I'm thinking this is technically there are 2 different characters. The one from Exiles, and the one from this one. So this will technically be like the first appearance for this character, in my opinion. So yeah, dude, this is awesome. I was getting a little tired with his negative variants as well. I'm glad he kind of mixed it up now. He actually it's not a negative variant, it's something different. And I love the UK background.
Although that Scarlet Witch one that he did was dope as hell.
They were all dope. It was just
Strange Academy. Is that what that was for?
I think so. Yeah.
Like #3 or some weird number like that. It wasn't #1, I don't think.
No, it was like mid-run. Yeah, for sure.
And just so you know, really quick, Mike, I actually went back to BTC's website, and you can actually buy one or the other. So you can buy the trade dress for $20.
What?
Yes.
That's
Or
crazy talk.
I know.
What are you talking about?
Or the Bridget variant for $30, or buy
Y'all
both
notice he grabbed his
for the
phone.
low price of $44.99.
So $44.99.
So
For
they're
the set.
dropping the prices then, because they were a few months ago everybody was selling their stuff for $60. Now it's
Yeah.
$45. Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you go.
I like the art. It looks like the What If series almost.
Yep.
Yes.
Right? And
Agreed.
that's the callback that you're trying to get, because it's Captain Carter.
Mhm.
And again, it's a different universe character. It's not the same as Captain America, Peggy Carter. And her outfit's totally different.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I mean, this is probably going to be the first appearance, unless they've snuck it in somewhere else I didn't see. And they've made a big deal about this. Everyone's, there's been a lot of, buzz about this book coming, even from last year. So this is pretty damn awesome for David. I was getting kind of, I don't know, it was getting kind of old seeing those, like Rob said, the negative variants, and they were almost all in the same poses, almost like he had like a few poses, and then he just intertwined, which one, every other one or something. But for this, goodness gracious, give me a whole freaking cartoon of him drawing.
Yes.
Yeah. Seriously, I'm there with you on that.
Yeah.
By the way, the 1 in 25 for this series is issue 1 is the bomb.
Oh, crap.
Okay, you have to show us that later.
Why do you have to say that? Why? Because what I'm going to do now on my phone. I'm going to effing buy it now.
I pre-order it. It's
Hey,
the shit.
stop talking.
Nice.
I'm going to talk to my LCS to go get me one.
Okay. And this one is for me. It is Warren Lowe. You can actually buy this, and it's sold out already. At Warren Lowe's store. Yes. It was he only had 12 of these each.
Oh my god! And you got one?
I only got one. I didn't
Say that again?
I didn't get the nude variant. I got just the regular. But it was limited to 12.
They were expensive though, weren't they? Really expensive?
It was $100 and $150. But these are the La Mole exclusives.
That's the Mexican Comic-Con, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one that did the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Damn,
right.
dude.
Mole, yeah.
Those are going to skyrocket in the second market.
Yeah, and they're all foil variants. Again, these are limited to 12, and they're personally signed. I had both in the cart, but as soon as I went to check out, the nude one sold out. So I was just able to get the one with the trade dress, or the one.
I actually kind of like the trade dress one better. I know you're all going to call me names after the show's over. Boobs are nice, but
they're still there.
But I think the other one is just a way better cover. There's more cool things going on in it. The trade dress really works. Sometimes the trade dress makes it. Remember those Natalie Sanders, Harley, and Punchline books that look like Cosmopolitan magazines?
Yes.
Like those have to have the trade dress. They don't look right without them. And I think this one kind of has to have the trade dress too. I actually think you kind of lucked out and got the better looking cover. If we're just talking about aesthetics.
You don't know Alonzo, that's why.
Well, you have to admit,
I'll send you a freaking penthouse if you want movies. But I think the other one's the better cover.
I agree. I actually agree, because it looks like a movie poster.
Yep,
1,000%. Yeah.
And the way the background is drawn, it's not all flat one color.
The lighting is better on it too.
Right. So,
the shading, right? That's
and I really like the way it's wrapped on her. Look, don't get me wrong, I love a great naked body. I'm just not a fan of on my comic books. I just don't get a lot of those, not safe for work comic book covers. I just don't get a lot of them. But for this, holy crap, this art is ridiculous.
Yep.
Warren Lowe nailed it. I just want to see the series now.
It's just his art book.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's just an art book?
It's just an art book.
Which means
I want to see
probably be prints of this at some point. I bet there will be prints of this. Lithographs.
Even
this was an exclusive just for the La Mole.
Oh, wow.
Even the eyebrows look awesome on this art.
Hell of a pickup.
Yeah, that's really good. I'm a little jelly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it. I'm super excited.
And Rob, you're absolutely right. That 1 in 25 is dope for Captain Carter. That's incredible.
That's a hard
Order it, you guys.
That's a hard book on that week. Watch when it comes out.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's already 50-60. So
Yeah. Goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be number 1 on the top 10.
yeah.
Okay. All right. And then next, Big Rob, why don't you take this away?
Yeah, I actually bought this one. It's Udon online exclusive, 2-comic bundle. It actually came also with a trade paperback if you got the special one. So it's basically an X-Men 1 homage of the Street Fighter characters, and this is issue 0 and 1, which are classic older comic books, or just reprints. So they just, just I don't know, just for fun, they did an X-Men 1 homage, and I'm a big Street Fighter fan. As soon as I saw these, I knew I had to have them in my collection. I immediately told Alonso, because I know Alonso's a Street Fighter fan as well. And dude, the art, it's nothing crazy over the top, but it just, it just hits all the nostalgia points for me. X-Men, Street Fighter, and just that classic art from the 90s. So I love it.
It's so cool.
It is.
I thought it was 4 books, and I was like, oh, it's 2 gatefolds.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, no, it's just so nostalgic. So, I mean, the art it's okay. It's good. It's cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And so I just like that homage to the X-Men one. This is pretty darn cool. You lucky. Is this still available?
The last time I checked, it was.
Okay. Yes, it's still there.
Yep.
And you'll get a free trade paperback with it as well. They get the whole story.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get it. I don't get a lot of Udon books, but I'm gonna get this one. This is pretty cool.
Nice. It's a little busy for me, but I like that it has Jim Lee pencil look to it. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Considering what it's homaging, I like that it also has the style kind of right as well. So I dig the concept. It's not for me, but I think it's well executed.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. This right here, Big Rob.
That's me.
Please take this one away.
All right. So this is a classic cover of Phantom. Is it Phantom Menace issue 3, I believe? Cover A.
The photo cover for it, yeah.
Yeah, this is the omnibus. This is the direct-to-market exclusive. So this is only going to be available at your local comic book shop. So you can't buy this one through Amazon or like any type of retail store. So you have to go straight to your comic book shop to pre-order this or get it. No, they have it on the rack possibly. It's usually $125, and they're using it's an omni, so they're big. They're big hardcovers. So they're using the classic art from that issue back in the day in '99. It's a beautiful cover, Darth Maul. And if you know that the actual floppy for this cover is like, I don't know, $200 raw right about now. But,
yeah.
It's, I believe, what was it, Star Wars Legends of the Republic or the I can't remember what era. It's usually that era before Episode 4. So it's all those Dark Horse stories. So they're right now Marvel's in the run of printing all the old Dark Horse stories in omnibuses forms. So that's how I'm picking up a lot of these omnis just to catch up on my Dark Horse. And I read some of it, but not all of it. And I'm just trying to collect these right now. And I'm a sucker for Star Wars omnis. So I love it. And the art is awesome.
That's a great choice for the cover. It really is. I mean, there's no criticism of it other than the price. The cover is incredible.
Ditto all the way around. That cover is so awesome. It's never gonna get old for me to see Ray Park as Darth Maul. So I mean, can't go wrong. But again, that price, I'm sorry.
It's like this fat in pages. So it's like,
but yeah, I mean, you're getting what you're paying for,
right? Yeah. But I've got all the books that are in it.
Well, you don't have to open your books and ruin your books. You just open the Omni and you read that. Anytime you want to read it, you just read your Omni.
It's all ruined my Omni.
Yeah, because typically these actually do become collectible in the future.
I'm gonna end up reading it online after all that. I have all the books. I'll have the Omni. I don't want to ruin anything. I'll just read it.
Are you a Star Wars psychopath like me? So you gotta.
I am. You know I am. Why are you asking on this show? Look around me, for God's sake.
So you know you're gonna buy it.
Oh my god. Nice. All right. So with that, I believe this is the end of our books. So, Mike, where can we find you?
All over comicbookinvest.com. That's CBSI. I do Tuesday's Cover Fire, which is the non-incentive, non-store exclusives for the week that I like. So A and B covers, basically cover price books. I usually choose a winner, a couple of runners up, and a couple of you should take a look at these anyway. And that drops on Tuesdays as well. And then Cover Tunes comes the next day on Wednesdays usually. Sometimes it drops on Thursdays, and it is just my favorite covers, whatever strikes me that week. It's sort of like my personal comic book cover soundtrack for myself, and something different hits me every week. Sometimes it's a specific artist, sometimes it's a specific character, sometimes it's just a mess. It's just like 5 random books or 4 random books. But I really have fun doing it. I've been doing it for 4 years now, and it's just a fun article for me to write. So that's where you can find me there, and you can find me here.
There you go. And again, Mike, I love those articles. For me, it really helps kind of where I should kind of go when I go to the LCS and kind of look at the books, like what kind of covers, because I for one don't go through like the FOC really and pick things out, because I think it's a little too tedious for me. So I like this little chunk that you kind of give people and say, hey, these are the covers that I think are worth it, are looking really good. So I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah, and as a cover whore, anytime I read his article, anytime he agrees with me, I'm like, yes, every single damn time. And then I get a little sad when it was like, oh, he really poo-pooed on that one that I like.
Have you ever not bought a cover because I said I didn't like it?
I've really thought about it. I really had to second guess myself, because sometimes I'll try not to read it before I go in, because it'll influence what I want to buy.
Yeah.
And I like to see all the covers first in front of me.
Yep.
So anytime I get that chance, I try not to read your article first. And then when I get home, I'm like, oh, and I look at it, I'm like, oh.
And I do say that a lot. There are some covers that, so I usually get the inside track to see most of the covers the day or two before that I write it. And there's a lot of times where seeing a cover in person is very different than seeing it online in a thumbnail. Yep. And I will sometimes note that in there too. So I totally get where you're coming from. Seeing them all on the rack in front of you, it's way different than seeing them online.
Yep. Yeah, I always ask people, I go, hey, how does that look in person? Because it's a totally different experience than seeing it, like you said, on a screen.
Agreed.
All right. Let's move on to our upcoming shows. Jeff, talk to me.
All right. So on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time, oh my goodness, we are going to get the finale of the Book of Boba Fett. And we're on chapter 7. We're going to talk about our movie and shows. We're going to review it. JR is going to be there. Anthony might be there. And we might have special guest TM Nerdy showing up. So tune in. Make sure to watch it before you see our show, our review. And if you don't have time to watch it before our review, watch us on the rewind. But let us know what you think of the episode. And I'm telling you, I have really good feelings about this episode.
Me too.
Oh, I give me chills right now just talking about it. So, whew.
Last episode,
right.
Boom.
Yes.
I know.
Multiple booms.
It was so good that Jeff and the crew were on for 3 hours talking about this.
Oh, just about 2.5. It was there's so much to talk about. There were so many good spoilers in it.
Yep, agreed.
If
Totally.
you haven't seen it yet, you better go. You're gonna get spoiled for sure.
We thought episode 5 was good. Then you
episode 6
and then you watch that and you're like, oh, I was wrong.
Exactly.
By the way, that episode 6 on Twitter at midnight here on the West Coast was fun. Twitter was just going crazy.
I'm lucky I turn off Twitter before I
just
watch
shut everything off. I shut every electronic device off in my house.
All right. And then for our next one, we have our Mondo mail call. Big Rob, you want to take this one away?
Sure. So this is our next Thursday show for Mondo Mail Call, the Team Runner podcast, with our best special guest is 2022 underscore comics. He'll be joining us for that Thursday's show, and this is the show basically we show our mail call for the week, where our pickups at the local comic shop or whatever we order online, whatever. So just stop on by and check us out, and we'll have a good old time, some laughs, and be fun.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, and then next we have dun, 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 our Have You Ever Wondered? And in this episode is who's Wolverine's better sidekick? Is it Kitty Pryde or Jubilee? And the combatants in the ring will be Deanime and Brandon from AKA Comics Kings. And if you guys saw the first one, you know Brandon's going to throw down. So super excited about this.
He was
Looking forward
ruthless.
to it. We don't have a date yet.
No.
We're working on it, but it is going to be epic.
Oh man, I can't wait to tune in.
It's going to be fun.
Seriously, that last one was super fun. I couldn't stop laughing. These guys were just going at it, and
It was hilarious. I love it.
oh my goodness, I can't
Who
wait.
won,
For this.
Cyclops or
Havoc.
Havoc?
Yeah.
Wow.
Brandon took the crown. Brandon took the crown. for sure.
Brandon is ruthless.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
He's a mean little youngling.
Yes. All right, and you know what? Too, Jeff, Big Rob, please talk about this little mini Comic Con that's happening in March.
Okay, this one, Jeff. Near Men Sundays. It's March 6, 2022, 10 a.m., 3 p.m. at the Brooklyn Community Center, which is in Anaheim, California. And this is a comic books buy, sell, and trade show. You'll find Jeff with his own booth. I'll have my own booth. A couple other folks you might know as well.
Comics with Phonics, who was just on our last show. He'll have a booth.
I believe it's about 30 plus vendors at this particular show. So it's a good size for a community center. So it'd be a lot of books to buy, a lot of possibly even trades. So stop on by. That's March 6th, which is a Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And to enter the show, it's free. So it's going to cost you a penny to show up. Stop on by.
All
It'll
right.
be a good show. First show of SoCal's year. So at least for us. So I can't wait. Can't wait to find some stuff. I can't wait to trade or sell some stuff so I can get what I want. And hopefully we get to see you all there. And I think Azor's Tiger is going to be there as well. So drop on by and say hi.
Yep. All right, guys, this is the end of our show. Any last words before Jeff takes us out?
Love what you buy.
There you go. All right, Jeff. Do you want to take us out?
Sure. If you want to do it right, always collect what you like, especially if they're covers.